But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Okay, so this makes our trade income better, but our tax income worse. That's fascinating. Oh, I love the choices that you've got to make in this mod. I think it's primarily, and please don't quote me because it wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong, but Sundered Echo or Sovereign Echo, depending on which Discord you look in, he's doing some really good coding work. Very adventurous in the way that he's coded. This mod, I imagine, of course, Lord Set Paul, he's had a big part in that as well. Of course he has. He's been doing the mod for many years, but I think a lot of these ideas have been implemented very, very interestingly. Here comes the main body of the fleet. Let's go. You first. In carrier. Another thing that I really, really like is there are a limited amount of ship, ship templates, but they've been made unique for the mercenaries at least, by giving them one, different skins, and two, different abilities as well, which I think is really clever.
We'll kill all of them.
Love those strafing runs.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you dead.
Informative suggestion. Structure complete.
Oh, we've got another drug lab now. Which is nice. Let's take Hallex as we can. For trading cam? Yeah, we'll do it. And we'll take the information broker. So we need to be friends with a shadow broker for the next thing. We can take the Blue Suns contract, which allows for Alliance armor platoons.
Getting a little antsy.
And indeed, the Blue Suns Henza cruiser. I know words. No, it might not seem that way. Ooh.
Wait. This isn't Omega.
There's a Normandy stealth frigate, the SR-1. Beautiful. How gorgeous is that, guys? I don't know, what does everybody think?
Research complete.
This is going to be going out on YouTube, and I am currently streaming it live as well. Do you prefer the Normandy SR-1 in this configuration, or do you prefer the SR-2, which is a bit larger and bulkier? I've got to say, I think I prefer the Normandy SR-1. Tell me your thoughts. Okay. It's like we're not in a great place for selling and buying. I'm being largely ignored at the moment.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Death consensus. Stop it with a ship bounty already. Hey, it wasn't me. No point looking at me. Some of these are placeholders at the moment. There is Omega Element 0 reserves. Limited infighting. That might be useful.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
I have a feeling that this is going to make us friendly with the other pirates.
Yes, Commander.
I will not take an arrow to the knee.
Here we go.
Research complete.
And we can now start to get some trade hubs up. That's going to be very good for us. God knows we need it. How much does that cost? Woo, 2,500. Okay. First one here.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Gotta get that trade network up. Ah, we can't get one here. That's my own fault for building other things there, but that's fine.
Our forces are under attack.
Research complete.
You know, these anger management courses have really been doing good for me.
Informative suggestion. Planetary upgrade complete. Informative suggestion.
Okay. Well, the
Structure
few
complete.
constants of the Terminus systems is that different Merc groups do not get along with each other. But in the time of the galaxy-wide warfare, the saner heads among the representative groups that could be persuaded to set aside their hatred. Seem like a bad idea, does it?
Informative suggestion. Structure complete.
Okay, so. Bounty bought, bounty collected. Ooh, bounty collected, that could be very useful. Fraction salvaged, also useful. So, maybe going along here is going to be a thing. A lot of good stuff here. I imagine that we're lagging behind pretty awfully. If I do this, military ranking, I'm 4th. I'm last in military ranking. My empire ranking, however, is 1st. We're best in colonization, best in research, and best in culture. However, our economy is tanking compared to the others because they're all cheating, of course. Thanks, Cheatsy Doodles.
Research complete.
We need to upgrade this so we're not losing money. How's our income going? Not great. Not great at all. Much of that is because we're losing money at Garumna, though. And that should be resolved fairly soon, I hope. It is a blind hope. But yes, fleet-wise, we're not having a good time. Like our Everest is really leveling up
Never
quite
really
a lot.
learned how to park.
Should be grabbing an ESO torch mine there.
Research complete.
Let's see what else we have here. Heightened premiums,
All bounty has
piracy.
been depleted.
Sometimes the best way to get what you want is to simply take it. As long as the people of the Terminus systems have had starships, piracy has been a time-honoured tradition among them. All we need to do is direct our attentions away from each other and towards our foe. Spoils of war. Ilium indentured servants. Patent trolls. Now that we work for the Shadowbroker, he has lent one of his more useful sources of income.
Planetary upgrade complete.
Sale to credit conversion. Ooh, that sounds very useful. Yes, yes. A lot of good stuff. Potential
Informative suggestion. Structure
Grab that.
complete.
Which means we can get a
All
trading
bounty
station
has
soon
been
here.
depleted.
75. Sell a bit more of that. Not quite there. Really don't want to expand into this central section unless I've got some kind of backbone. Which at the moment, fleet-wise, there's not a great deal of backbone. The only real benefit or positive that I have is the fact that I'm able to manually target all of my ships versus one thing. We could also do
Informative
with
suggestion.
these
Planetary
5 hours, the
upgrade
hijacked
complete.
convoys. Because we're losing a lot of allegiance. Allegiance is always very, very low, even close to our capital world, which is here, of course. Look at that. 41% allegiance over here, 41, 41. So we're losing a lot of tax income because our people aren't very loyal. We are getting a little bit of trade income now, up to 28.7 a second. Let's try and research the convoys. Should be an entrepreneurs. That's my guess anyway. Trade. Hijacked convoy, here it is. We need another drug lab
Planetary upgrade
structure.
complete.
Now, do I want to go with a cap ship in order to get it? We grab another Everest Dreadnought. Mind you, another Bloodpack Dread might be useful. Just the hull integrity alone means its survivability in combat is going to be massive comparatively. But it's very, very expensive.
How
What do you think I
doing
should do?
today? Good? Good.
Come. Right, is it? Royalist is still losing a little bit of income as well. Aye, aye, aye. Trade's looking pretty tasty though. 2.3 in trade income.
Informative suggestion. Structure complete.
Thanks for letting me know. How many people can we get on this world? We've got 65 and we're still losing tax income. Says a lot really, doesn't it? Trade income minus 70%, tax income minus 50%. So much of that is down to the fact that we haven't any real loyalty on our worlds. 70-50, 70-50, 70-50, bloody heck. Can we build a drug lab? Oh, computer. Drug labs? I suppose one thing that we could do is we could grab that, which should allow us to build a drug lab. Yeah. Give it. Let's get her done. Because I really, really need the hijacked convoy. Somewhere. Need that loyalty. Difficult to breed loyalty among mercenaries. Trade goods value change plus 5%. Yeah, we'll take that. Damage bonus in culture. So that kind of ties into here. Red sand quality control.
Informative suggestion. Planetary upgrade complete.
So we'll wait a little while. We've kind of changed what we intended to do initially.
You know, these anger management courses have really been doing good for me.
Might just get ourselves to the
All right, I'm
array
going
over
there,
here.
Okay, going there.
Mass relay, I should say, not the array. Really like the setup of these maps. It's like little clusters of systems. You've got probably one here as well. That's going to be one over the enemy systems. There'll be another one over here, the other side of this mass relay. Did
You
we just
mean
say
now
something
move
about the
safely
Kessel?
around the cabin?
What have we got over here? Another Normandy. Second Fleet. Systems Alliance has found us. I should also note that the music is custom made for this, which is really, really nice. It's the same composer that did the Sins of the Prophets music, to my memory.
pirates are getting a little antsy.
Informative suggestion. Structure complete.
What can you be targeted on? Alright, so there has got to be a way that we can put slaves on these things. Isn't that horrible? It targets owned frigates. There's a thriving Batarian slave market aboard this station, eager to add to their collection. And exercise with their cultural rights. Any ship with a hold of slaves that moves into this station will automatically sell them for 2,000 credits. That's fascinating. I imagine we have to raid enemy planets for that.
Research complete.
Again, we still don't seem to be the target for any raiding, which is very good. Let's try and ensure that we're not losing any tax income. From Prylis, I think Garuma is the other one, isn't it? There we go. So, alright, that resolves that specific issue, that problem that we were having. Hijacked convoys we now have access to. Is there anywhere that we can build them? There. Yeah. Let's pop one down. Should spread to this system, this system, this system quite easily. I don't know about Zenbei.
Research complete.
Legion's only down at 35%. Isn't that terrible? Good thing we're not having a culture war with anybody, otherwise we'd be absolutely sausaged. And who wants to be sausaged? But answer that, folks. Titan premiums, max allegiance, even less allegiance, tax income, significantly better.
Planetary upgrade complete.
Oh, that's hard, isn't it? General better extraction, let's go for it. See, these salvage operations are going to be good. Following any battle, space becomes strewn with debris of many a warship. Through these ships, though these ships are rarely in a condition to restore to functionality, they are still packed with all manner of rare materials and pieces of working technology. It would be a terrible waste to just leave them. By investing in some salvage equipment, we can turn costly battles into opportunities for profit. And I think that is going to make a difference to us once we get into battles. It'll allow us to fund the war with war.
Informative suggestion. Structure complete.
But we do need all 3 points in bounty hunting. Okay. Killing specific people for the money on their heads is a tradition predating the Terminus systems themselves. The methods and scale of the killing may have changed, but at the end of the day, killing for money remains a staple element of business in the Terminus, and it's nothing personal. Strictly business. Get it? Rate descriptions. We're now Empire ranking 2 because our colonization has dipped somewhat. Our culture is awful because we haven't